Hello there. The aim of this video is to show you that although terrain can be complex and intricate and expensive and time consuming, actually it doesn't need to be to create an immersion, and actually you can make terrain really quickly and really easily that really manages to tell a story. It's 2018 and Kill Team releases Rogue Trader. Not a very popular game, but I really enjoyed it. I played through all of the missions, but was never really set on the flat board with just doors. A bit like Kill Team Arena. Never really got into it. Anyway, I decided to play it again with kt24, and for that I needed to change the scenery up a little bit. So here we are. So for those of you who don't know, the Rogue Trader game consisted of the Elucidian Star Striders, led by Alicia Vane, the Rogue Trader, with her little group of specialists, and the crewmen and women from her ship, against thrice cursed, the Nightmare Hulks, and quite a selection of funny little greeblies. Both were and still are good teams to play, and particularly using the narrative scenarios in the book, it works really well, although it's probably not the way I'm playing them, as playing this board rather, as I haven't really gelled with any of these teams for a while now. So before I talk about the terrain, let's have a quick talk about the story behind Rogue Trader and why I enjoyed it so much. The story in the book followed the Rogue Trader and her band of merry men and women on their search for a fabled planetary system from before the Great Rift opened. They flew through the warp for a long time, and there was a growing sickness. So the Geller field malfunctioned, and unbeknownst to them, some of the crew became infected by the warp. As they reached their fabled paradise, they realised that the ship, the New Dawn, had been infected, and the Gellerpox infected took over the New Dawn, trying to escape on the True Hawk, one of their cargo shuttles. There was a series of events. They had to escape. They had to take over the bridge. They had to escape. They had to detonate the engines, and then actually on the planet, there's the other side of the board. They had to fight their way around inside an abandoned Ministorum shrine in the middle of nowhere, and great artwork, close combat rules, close confines rules, and then some really good some really good missions to go with it. Now these narrative missions still hold up today, and I think I want to play through some of them again. Assault the bridge, free the prisoners, sabotage the shuttle. So as a kill team, you board the shuttle and you need to sabotage it. As I said before, I think abandon ship. Yeah, and then there's the ground missions as well, which I think I would play through again, but probably set up with some kind of Volcus type board. Then there is a couple of what they used to call match play missions. So heist, where you, as a kill team, you board the shuttle to steal some kind of treasure of some description. And then there's a hijacking scenario where you need to be in control of the bridge and the command consoles thereon. And yeah, again, there's 6 missions in here, I think. So I felt it was worthwhile what I was about to do. So let's have a look at what I did do. So first of all, I know already that I'm going to place some missions on this board, but not many missions. I've got some replay value with being on board a spaceship, but also I have Into the Dark terrain, so there's more opportunity to use that terrain than there is this. But this was really an exercise in quick and cheap. So as you can see here, this is quite a good example of what I did. I made up some foam board with some bits of wood to the correct sizes of certain pieces of walls, and all I've done, as you come up close, you can see it's a really rough paint job. So I've stuck some cardboard bits on as panels, some straws as pipes, a few bits of grate, doubled up on the board in some places where to make it a bit bigger. And where else? This is a good one. So again, simple bits and bobs. So this is just foam card, some cardboard straws, some bits of card, 2 pots which happen to be about the right size. Then as extras, a couple of these parts have some cut down bits of wood. I think actually these were the Jenga blocks again. And the most intricate parts, I thought I'd make the engines look good. A couple of bits of plastic toy, cardboard wrapped around them, and that's it really. Again, some bits of straw, some little bits of plastic pipe there, and it all comes together. Really simple painting process. I sprayed it all black, dry brushed it all silver, and then went over certain rooms according to the board. So you can see there's a kind of pinky reddy hue on the board here, and so I did all of the walls inside that room with a dry brush of red. All the walls around here in blue. There's a bit of gold in that one, gold along the back there. Yeah, super simple, super easy. Really didn't take that long. I put some textured paper up as screens in the bridge, and a bit like the engines at the back, which serve no purpose at all other than to look good, I put some gold card across the front of the shuttle to just to look good. As you can see at the front here, I've not followed the walls exactly, so I tried to keep it really simple. Actually, all of this terrain, because it is, although there's a whole board of terrain, it's all quite flat, and I kept most of the pieces quite small. It all fits into a shoebox, so it can be easily stored for probably forever until I want to play it again. So actually, my test game on this terrain was not with the original cast of Star Striders and Galapox infected, but with my Nemesis Claw, who took on the Gene Stealers as a horde, and it was a really good game. Really enjoyed it, and it gave a real close, claustrophobic feel that that resulted in some really tense battles. It's obviously very close combat orientated, and yeah, it was really good fun. So not quite the end of the video. This setting is going to be the first part, the prologue of a narrative campaign, and it is going to involve the ship having been taken over by some Gene Stealers bursting from these cargo crates, and the crew desperately fighting them off, realizing that they can no longer sustain the fighting, and wanting to detonate the ship to stop the Gene Stealers escaping. That's going to be something that I'll be doing in the future, and as I said, that's just the first part of a small narrative campaign that I'm going to play probably solo, so that I can use the characters that I want to use and play it the way that I want to play. So look forward for that if you can. Anyway, that's enough for now, and I'll see you again soon.